Hey guys, it's 5 in the morning. I am in Trat, Thailand. I am headed to a kind of an interesting special place. Look at that beautiful restaurant opened up. Look at this road, so clean and tidy. Even smells safe. Man, oh man. I have a completely different feeling here leaving this early in the, holy moly. Leaving this early in the morning than I did in Cambodia. Can you see the birds? They're up there. Lots of guest houses. That's a guest house. Lots of places to stay. Last night was so comfortable. Little room, nice couple running the little homestay. $10, which I thought was maybe a little expensive, but actually was quite low when you looked at all the other places here in Thailand. I think my budget's gonna have to accommodate a little bit more expense. Look at this road. It's just patchy because it's wet. That is like smooth tarmac. And look at that garbage can. Look at that pretty garbage can. If you got garbage, you can put it in that can. Isn't that novel? Totally different feeling. I'm feeling good. I woke up at 4:30. I would have gotten started maybe around 4, as opposed to waking up at 4:30 and starting at 5. But today we are going to an island. Hey, monkeys. Hey. Look at them. They're looking at me like, caught me in the act. It's okay. I didn't understand the benefit of good tarmac until I arrived in Thailand yesterday. It was such a stark difference between what I thought was good roads in Cambodia. I mean, not great roads, but they were good roads. But they just constantly put friction on my tires and slowed me down. Here I can put like, I go considerably faster, at least I've noticed. Ooh, look at that view. One of the benefits of getting up this early is seeing a sunrise every morning. I like it a lot. Okay, so Adam Hugel, you've heard his name a few times. He is a cyclist that's riding around the world in a different way, as we all are. He's riding a two-wheel bike, and he's in Japan right now. But he was right here in Thailand. As a matter of fact, he was on this same road I'm on, I think. He stayed in Trat, and we've been communicating. He's been kind of giving me some thoughts on where I am and places I should go. And one thing that he really highly recommended was that I go to Koh Chang, which is an island south of here. I wasn't planning on going there because I plan to do a few islands in Thailand. I want to cycle Koh Chang, which is like crazy because it's just like one little road, but I've been there before. It's where I got some diving certifications, and just to revisit it on the trike is special. So I want to go to Koh Chang. I want to go to Koh Phangan, which is like the full moon party, which is where my inspiration series about geez, did I talk about that? The guys with the cameras on the beach? And I might have. I need to continue my inspiration series. Maybe I'll do an inspiration series today. Anyways, Koh Phangan and Koh Samui, which is a big island that a friend of mine, Steve, lives on. So I didn't necessarily plan to do Koh Chang, but Koh Chang is supposedly sort of a different island because it's on a different side of the Bay of Thailand. The ferry is very close to here. Should arrive, it's 30 kilometers, so it'll take me a couple of hours max. And we'll arrive at Koh Chang. The interesting thing about Koh Chang is that the roads have a few hills And the hills are so steep that the hotel purveyor said that if you want to get over those hills, you're gonna have to push your bike up the hill. I have never pushed this bike up a hill. Wait. Maybe one time in Korea, going to a monastery. I was spending the night in a monastery. I pushed it up a short stretch of hill because it was like 20. It didn't count. It wasn't a road. It was a path. But in this case, we are gonna go to there, and we're gonna engage the mountain drive, and we're gonna finally put the mountain drive to a test and see how she does. I think she will do good. So without further ado, let's get on. Hello. The other great thing about this place is you can get a lot of stuff you didn't think you could get before. The only problem is dogs. I think dogs might be the dogs are the pitfall of Thailand. We'll see. I'm just making a prediction. Hopefully that prediction doesn't come true. Holy moly. Look at the size of this roly-poly. I used to love these things as a kid. I'd never seen one so big. Oh. You come out there, little guy? You're kind of cute. Goodbye, little buddy. You are a cute little bug. Really beautiful road, like a nice morning ride. It's 7:16. Ferry pier is straight ahead. I'm a little bit unsure what the ferry. I'm completely unsure what the ferry schedule is. I figured most of the time a ferry leaves at 7, so I'm a little late. There's some hills I had to contend with, kind of slowed me down a little bit. But whatever the case is, maybe I could sit down and have a coffee, wait for the next ferry to come. Today has the potential to be an extremely strenuous day, or if my mountain drive does what I think it should do, a slow ride, but not strenuous. The mountain drive right there is designed to reduce the ratio of my gearing, which would and should allow me to just spin my feet perpetually in a very low gear and just slowly walk up a hill without much worry. Like I had said before, everybody, including Adam, who went to the island, really did not recommend that I cycle around the island. He says it's very hard, and he's a cycle tourist, so I'm very interested to give it a go. Hello. Hello. The nice factor here is very high. Very high. I don't want to preconceive any notions, but it's up there with China as far as kindness goes and happiness. Vietnam right now is the top slot for happiness. Hello. Hi. But Thailand, you're nipping at the heels, and you might be overtaking them. Oh, I think I passed up the ferry road. So the ferry road, that motorbike just turned on. That's where I gotta go. Hello. I don't know the cost for the ferry ride. I don't know anything really. Hello. All I know is that the ferry is this away. $5, 160 baht. think I just missed the first ferry, and this is the second ferry. Because there was, I mean, this ferry came, and I'm sure that they had another ferry that just crisscross. So instead I've got to wait for all the cars to start lining up and filling up so they can fill up the bottom spot. It's okay, no big deal. Okay, right off the bat, we're on a very steep incline. I'm in first gear without my Schlumph drive engaged, and I'm at about a 15% incline. Jayoe, 14, 13. Okay, it's evening out a little bit. I want to test the Schlumph drive on a big major hill coming up. I'm gonna try and push through these au naturel, and then when we get to the big one, I'll have a really good comparison. So I'm pushing my unengaged Schlumph drive up this hill. The next one we'll engage it. That hill, that got up to 16%. I'm pretty confident that my Garmin was correct, that was in fact 16% grade. And we did it without engaging the drive. But on this next one, that was only like, I don't know, 40 meters incline. This next one is about 150. So I'm not gonna be able to push it like I did on that last one. So on this next one, we're gonna Schlumph it up. Schlumph it up. All right, I am approaching this hill right now. We're at 5% grade, increasing probably very quickly when I get up there. Before we move much farther, I'm gonna engage a drive. Okay, and this is the easiest gear. This is like so slow. This is 1.8 kilometers per hour. I'll increase a little bit. All right, the grade's moved up to 7%. I have a feeling we're gonna get up to 10 very soon. And the speed is 2.7 kilometers an hour, which is okay. This incline here is 1 kilometer. Hello. As long as I can just keep this up, I will get there in about 20 minutes to the top. And it'll keep me from having to stop and get out and push. So let's see, 9% grade. I'll check back with you in a little bit. All right, guys, I just came up this rise, very steep. We got up to 18 or 19%. It looks like it's gonna get more. I was flying the drone during the ride, so it wasn't that strenuous. Very slow though, very slow. Some of the police guards there for the national park are looking at me. They saw me land my drone, so they didn't yell at me. They smiled and gave me a thumbs up, so that's a good sign. All right, let's keep going. All right, folks, we are at the top of this hill. There's 2 of these hills on today's ride, and we have disengaged the mountain drive. My brakes are squeaking. All right, now we are back into normal. Mountain drive's great.
no mechanical issues. I was listening to the roll-off to make sure it wasn't grinding or anything, making any sort of strenuous sounds. It didn't seem to be doing that. So it's good. I mean, the biggest problem with the mountain drive is that you're in such a low gear that you're not moving very fast, which is kind of the purpose. You know, you're moving slow with less resistance. The funny thing is, this road actually goes to the hotel and there's no loop around the island. So I'll have to take this ride the opposite way back in a couple of days. It's okay. The downhill feels so nice though. The sun is just beating. It's not even 10 o'clock yet, but holy moly. I think we're gonna get to the bottom here. We're gonna hit a coffee shop. So let me ride down and then we'll grab a cup. This is not a bad decline actually, which would turn into an incline later. I could do this without the mountain drive for sure. Actually, on that last rise, there was 2 sections that got up to about 18 or 19% incline. Those were difficult. I mean, they were easy with the mountain drive, but they would not be possible, I don't think, in the 60-tooth chain ring. Oh yeah, this is nice, but we're not even to the downward stretch yet. So don't get your hopes up, Matt. Don't get your hopes up. One thing that does get my hopes up is the fact that the road is really, really good condition. It's flat, it's paved. There's no bumps and stuff that is going to throw me off. It's good, I like it. Whew. I should have done an extended ride. This will be a vlog extended ride, I guess. Wow, that is beautiful. Holy shit. Wow. That is beautiful. Hey. Hey. It's hot out here. You should get in the shade there, buddy. My friend. New friend. Found a coffee shop. My little dog buddy is across the street. He's probably waiting for me to start riding again, and he'll join on. Yeah, I'm trying to make it lazy. You know, it's tough to have a lazy day when the heat of the middle of the day is always chasing you, you know. I do not want to be riding in the heat, and it's already very hot. That's why it's nice to get started at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then you're finished riding by like 10 o'clock, which is coming very soon. Let me tell you one more thing I really like about Thailand. There's laundromats everywhere. Places to do your laundry. In Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia, it was all like, it was difficult to find a place that had a washing machine. Everybody was doing it by hand, which makes sense, but I don't know. Anyways, we have a little bit of an up and down here for a little while, nothing major. And then one 100 meter or so climb just before we get to our destination, which is the same hotel hostel that Adam stayed at when he was here. In the meantime, these little ups and downs are fun, actually. I like them. My brakes. I must have warped my rotor on the way down that last decline. Did you guys notice the creaking that my hinge was making a few episodes back, like about a week ago? I found the solution to that problem. This sound is a brake problem, but the squeak it's gone. I have fixed it. I'll show you about it. Basically, I greased or oiled the hinge, the actual pin that the hinge that folds the trike works off of. I was working about the clasp, which was underneath, but it was actually more the hinge part, which I'm very glad I found it. Man, having that sound go away makes riding this trike like 70% nicer. This is why I like those little bumps, just enough to give you some nice fast segments of your ride, and you got to work a little bit going up, but the payoff is nice. The payoff is nice. Hello. Okay, we are at the second big hill, and this one might be even more steep than the last one. It's more steep, but it's not as high, so whatever is in front of me, it's not going to last as long as the last one. And the last one didn't last so long anyways. I didn't see a sign like that on the last hill, that's for sure. So I'm very curious to see what kind of percentage incline we're going to get on this one. Okay, we've engaged. Woo, so easy. So easy. So slow, but slow easy. Okay, let's give it some juice. Dial it in. And then move forward. Holy moly. That next hill straight in front, so steep. I hate how in videos you can't see how steep that hill is. That is steep. This is so steep. It is, it's like I'm looking at a wall almost. I'm so frustrated sometimes with video because you just cannot capture what this is. This must have been what everybody was talking about. I might have to go down the first gear and the Schlumph engaged. I'm gonna shift down, okay? 8, 9, 10. I think my Garmin has a tough time because I'm going so slow with calculating a proper incline. I think it needs more data, and I just go too darn slow. 11 for it to kind of gather enough to tell me what kind of an incline, but holy moly. This is 12, at least 12. Come on, come on. Okay, we hit another grade here. 13, yeah, that was definitely more. 13, 14, yep. Gotta be over 15 right now. Gotta be over 15. Seriously. 15. It's gonna get a little steeper here. 16. But my heart rate isn't exacerbated. It's not impossible. Oh, 17, 18. That's accurate. 18, I'd say. 19, yeah. It's planing out now. 19. Okay, so I think that's about it. 19, maybe 21. 21, 20. Okay, I can believe that. I can believe that we're in that range. Now, could I do this with the 62? Absolutely not. Just, you know, without engaging the Schlumph. Could I do this with the 32 tooth high-speed drive that I had before? I don't know. Probably. I probably could. It would be 1-to-1 ratio, unengaged, on a 32 tooth ring. It would be a lot harder than it is now. All right, 19. We're going 1.9 kilometers an hour. But when you're on a hill like this, speed is not important. It's just about getting from the bottom to the top. And we did it. We did it without having to get out and push. That was the objective. Actually, come to think of it, when I was in Korea, on the steepest hill I've ever done, I was about 22 degrees. And when I did that, it was like 1, 2, 3. It was almost like I was on a leg press workout. All right, I'm gonna disengage the Schlumph, shift it on down, and okay. Now we're back to normal. But yeah, I was at 22, but I was going a lot slower than this. I was literally going a snail's pace. I remember it was so steep, I would go forward and then I would slide, the trike would slide backwards after I'd go up. So this was not as bad as that, for sure. Felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. Now if I had like 10 or, holy moly, here's another big one. If I had 10 or 15 kilometers of that, we're gonna engage the Schlumph. We're gonna ratchet it down. We'll see how steep this is. I don't think this is 19, but this might be around 15. Anyways, you know, if this went on for like 10 or 15 or 20 kilometers, you know, engaged Schlumph drive in low gear, ugh. I mean, the way that I'm going, yeah, we are at the lowest of the low right now. 11, gotta be at least 15 right now. I think the Garmin needs more data, like I said, more data to calculate. So as I get to the top, it'll start ratcheting up because I've been on a steady incline and it can calculate 12, 50, 15. There we go. I knew I was around 15. 16. 17, okay. I believe that. I just don't think we're at 20, but we're close. Once we breach the top of this, I think should be just about done with the hill. It still is work. I mean, you're still working, even though the Schlumph drive has taken a lot of the torque work out. You're still working. 18%. Okay. 18. 19. 19. 18. Yeah, I think it's right around there. 19. So slow. You could walk quite faster than I am cycling up, but I'm cycling up with an entire load of shit, you know, which is a real testament, you know. Hello. When those motorbikes go past me, I'm just like, it's a testament to the efficiency and power of the combustion engine. It's just amazing. Little mini contained explosions producing work. You know, that's crazy. You can't see it, but just behind me, I think we've hit my steepest road ever. The grade on my Garmin calculated 22, but it calculated that after I had already come off of the steep part. So what it was doing is it was calculating across a longer period and grabbing that really steep part and averaging it in with some of the not so steep parts, which probably were still around 20, but probably 24, I think. I was in the low of the Schlumph Drive and the low in the roll-off. I was listening also, I'm listening to my roll-off hub. Sounds great, actually. Hello. Really, I'm very happy with this mountain drive. I mean, if I can climb a 24 or a 25% grade without having to get off the trike, and I was still going like 1.5 kilometers, maybe 2 kilometers an hour. It's not a lot, but hopefully you're never gonna see a 25% grade for more than, you know, one kickback or one section of crazy island road. But no, I'm really happy, and I was really nervous because I don't know if you know this from previous episodes, but the Schlumph Drive that I have is not recommended to be paired with my roll-off speed hub. The internal drive and the rear end, they say that it creates an unstable and increase, well, not unstable, they say it creates a elevated level of torque that's too much for the roll-off. But I've been assured by many of my friends in the Jayoe community that they have the same exact setup, and that they've been able to push it to the limit and they've never had a problem. And even some people who know roll-off and have kind of researched it have been able to tell me that when they test these drives, they test them on like a huge overloaded tandem or something with a whole bunch of variables to try to push it to the limit, and that if in any case I could put too much torque on that rear end, the wheel would spin. So there would be no real way that I would put that roll-off hub under enough stress in order for it to crack or break. So I think I'm okay. I wonder if I had my trailer, you know, and I was riding at like 260 kilos or 50 kilos that I had before, that would have probably been too much. But I'm in that zone now where it's not so bad. That was 17 that we just did just there. Pretty cool. Hello, see ya. Wow, and it still goes on. I see another rise up there. I have to believe that we are pretty close to the end of the nasty stuff. All right, I'm gonna disengage the Schlumph, see if I can build some speed up in this slight little downhill. And I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull out my 4K Osmo, and so I'm gonna film myself going down this hill with the Osmo. Going to the beach. I have no phone, no big camera, just this GoPro. And I'm just disconnecting, although I'm recording it, so I'm not really disconnecting. But I'm going to the beach. This is one sleepy town. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Like the definition of sleep. But it can be nice. Water feels fantastic.
Perfect temperature.